Hello, everyone. Welcome to another daily antidote of song. Really lovely to see all of your faces. Thank you for being here today. Let's say hi to the Facebook watchers. Hi, Facebook. Glad you're watching today. And I'll dive right in with the hellos. Hi, Joe. Thanks for being here as always and doing everything. Hi, Shruthi. Thank you for being here and sharing your music with us today. Hello, Jenny in Suffolk. Good to see you. Hi, Arlene in Berkeley. Hi, Amanda and Miles in Michigan. Good to see you. Hi, Brian. Hi, Carolyn. 747 days. So exciting to see that every day. Hi, Deli. Hi, Annette. Good to see you, Becky in BC. Good to see you, Pete and Janet in Toronto. Hi. Hi, Sarah in Texas, Deborah in Kentucky, Aloysius in the world, and Sheila from Mother Earth. Me too. Susan G, good to see you. Good to see you, Claire in Boise, Mabel and Bears in Massachusetts. Yay. Hi, Curly Tops. 3 curly tops today. Hey. Hi, Cricket. Good to see you. Hi, Dan in Vienna. Hello, Mr. James Harkless. Hi, Gary. Good to see you. Hello, Bonnie and Antonina in, I can't see the rest of where you are, but glad you're here. Hi, Catherine in Albuquerque and Andy in Vermont. Good to see you, Susan in Seattle and Luda in BC. Hearts to you. Hello, Philip Hogg, who is not in frame, but I think that's also Ruth with Philip. Good to see you. And Kate in Charlottesville, Anne in Maryland. I'm in Maryland too. Hi, Kevin in New Hampshire. Good to see you. Hi, Carolyn in DC and Ralph in Victoria. Hoda in BC and Veena and Julie in Ontario and Anne in Nashville. Hello, friend who's joining us from their phone. And Jenny again. Already said hi to you, but good to see you again. And Kristen and Gloria and Margaret and Loriana and Kachina and Ray, Rossi and Jean and Kat Cox and Sherry and Carol, Jane, Sarada and Kumud and Bob and Lynn. Thank you all for being here. I'm gonna turn it right over to Joe.
Hi, everybody. Hello. So glad you're all here today. Thank you so much for being here. It's always super magical when Shruti is here with us from India. So first of all, I love just the notion that she's all the way over there and we're all the way all around here. And we're gonna all just come together for this moment to join our hearts and our souls. And what an amazing month to be doing it because it is, of course, April and spring and the month where we celebrate Earth Day. We've also been obviously singing a lot for peace for Ukraine and other places that need a lot of peace. And Shruti is one of those people like Chinobe who no matter what it is they play, it just is so lulling in a most magical and beautiful way. And already, just from what Shruti was doing before we came in the room, or as we were coming in the room, I thought we were right where we needed to be. So I do want to shout out a hello to Veena, who is Shruti's mom, also coming in from India. And Shruti, Veena, Vishwanath, I am so happy to have you today. We are singing this month with folks we sang with over our first 2 years. And we were lucky to meet you through the Archive Challenge Week from the Library of Congress American Folklife Center. And another beautiful relationship from the AFC to the Daily Antidote that continues on and on. Welcome, Shruti. We're so super excited to sing with you today.
Thank you, Joe, and hi, everyone. Hello, it's so good to be back. And I wanted to share a very, very special song. This is a song that's been very, very dear to my heart. I learned it not too long ago of hearing a video of a very special musician called Dapu Khan Saab, who was a Rajasthani folk musician. And it's a song of Meerabai, who I had shared a song of hers the last time I was here as well. And I thought, what better to sing on Earth Day than a song about transforming into the cuckoo, transforming into a little bee, and transforming into into a heron. And this is a song that is very aligned with a lot of South Asian philosophy, where we don't look at other beings as different from ourselves. It's I see me in you, I see you in me, I see me in the trees, and I see the trees in me. And I believe it's called the non-dualistic, non-duality or Advaita. And it's a really beautiful song by the 16th century poetess Meera Bai. And I thought I'd just share it with you. So it goes something like this, and I'll sing it through once, and you can sing it with me. Maaragiya Buhaarun, Phulda bichhaaun, Maaragiya Buhaarun, Phulda bichhaaun, Krishan jira darshan paaya Hari Raam, Mohan jira darshan paaya Hari Raam, Maaragiya Buhaarun. So Maaragiya Buhaarun is sweeping the path clear, sweeping the earth, sweeping the ground clear, and strewing it with flowers, Phulda bichhaaun, and then seeking and finding what it is that we're looking for. So I'm going to sing Maaragiya Buhaarun a few times in a loop, so you can sing it with me. Oh, Maaragiya Buhaarun, Maaragiya Buhaarun, Maaragiya Buhaarun, Maaragiya Buhaarun, Phulda bichhaaun, Maaragiya Buhaarun, Phulda bichhaaun, Maaragiya Buhaarun, Phulda bichhaaun, Krishan jira darshan paaya Hari Raam, Krishan jira darshan paaya Hari Raam, Maaragiya Buhaarun, Phulda bichhaaun, Maaragiya Buhaarun, Phulda bichhaaun, Krishan jira darshan paaya Hari Raam, Krishan jira darshan paaya Hari Raam. The next verse says that I turned into a cuckoo, a little cuckoo bird, and I soared right into the clouds. I took joy in the thunder, and I found the divine right in that thunder. Papaiyo hui, Aabhe ma baithi, 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 Aabheri ghor, suhaai Hare Raam, Aabheri ghor, suhaai Hare Raam, Aabheri ghor, suhaai Hare Raam. The chorus. Maaragiya Buhaarun, Phulda bichhaaun, Maaragiya Buhaarun, Phulda bichhaaun, Krishan jira darshan paaya Hari Raam, Krishan jira darshan paaya Hari Raam. I turned into a bee, and I settled on the flowers, and I drank in the aromas and the fragrance, and I found the divine. भवरो होई फुलड़ा में बैठी 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 फुलडारी सुगंध सुहाई हरे राम फुलडारी सुगंध सुहाई हरे राम फुलडारी सुगंध सुहाई हरे राम. The chorus. मारगिया बुहारू फुलड़ा बिछाऊ मारगिया बुहारू फुलड़ा बिछाओ कृष्ण जीरा दर्शन पाया हरे राम कृष्ण जीरा दर्शन पाया हरे राम. I turned into the Koyal bird, and I flew into the garden, and I delighted in the scents and the sounds of the garden. कोयल होई बागान में बैठी कोयल होई बागान में बैठी बागारी खुशबू सुहाई हरे राम बागारी खुशबू सुहाई हरे राम बागारी खुशबू सुहाई हरे राम. मारगिया बुहारू फुलड़ा बिछाओ मारगिया बुहारू फुलड़ा बिछाओ कृष्ण जीरा दर्शन पाया हरे राम कृष्ण जीरा दर्शन पाया हरे राम. I turned into a heron and I floated out into the ocean and I took such delight in the waves. Bagulo hoई समंदर में बैठी बगुलो होई समंदर में बैठी बगुलो होई समंदर में बैठी बगुलो होई समंदर में बैठी समंदर री हिलोर सुहाई मारा राम समंदर ली हिलोर सुहाई मारा राम. ओ मारगिया बुहारू फुलड़ा बिछाऊ मारगिया बुहारू फुलड़ा बिछाऊ कृष्ण जीरा दर्शन पाया हरे राम कृष्ण जीरा दर्शन पाया हरे राम. And Meera says that by singing about all of these delights and transforming into all of these things, I found the divine. Bolya Bai Meera गिरिधर गायो बोल्या बाई मीरा गिरिधर गायो बोल्या बाई मीरा गिरिधर गायो बोल्या बाई मीरा गिरिधर गायो चरणों में शीस नमायो हरे राम चरणों में शीस नमायो हरे राम मारगिया बुहारू फुलड़ा बिछाऊ मारगिया बुहारू फुलड़ा बिछाओ कृष्ण जीरा दर्शन पाया Hare Raam. Krishna ji ra darshan paaya Hari Raam. Oh, Maaragiya Buhaarun Phulda bichhaaun. Maaragiya Buhaarun Phulda bichhaaun. Krishna ji ra darshan paaya Hari Raam. Krishna ji ra darshan paaya Hari Raam. Oh, Krishna ji ra darshan paaya Hari Raam. Oh, Krishna ji ra darshan paaya Hari Raam.
Shruthi, that is so beautiful. Thank you so much. I was right about the lulling. But the other thing that's so amazing when you sing with us, and I feel like there are so many other song leaders who bring this, but you managed to bring it also with all of this lulling, is that notion that there's so much going on in the lyrics of the song. There's so much depth at the same time as it might sound simple. There's all of this like deeper meaning. And what was happening for me when I was listening to it is that notion that in order to understand about protecting our earth or protecting each other, that we can step into each other's shoes in some way. And so while we all might have a fantasy of being a bird and soaring around, there is something about embodying any other being on the planet to think about their life view, their worldview, and think about how our impact, how we impact each other, how we have an impact on the earth or on other beings. And so that's where my little soul went while I was rocking along, not wanting to run tech at all, just wanting to be in the moment. Shruti, what can you tell us about how that song is for you?
Well, it's this is one of the songs that has really, really deeply moved me, and one is, of course, that I mean we always talk about protecting the earth as though the earth is separate, as though she's separate from us, but really it is when we realize that we are so deeply interconnected, and I guess these ideas. They come in Indian philosophy, but anybody who goes deep into science knows that we're sort of really interconnected beings. We can't actually live without one another, and at in Hinduism or Buddhism, one might say that you are in me and I am in you, and what constitutes us. But even at a even if one looks at sort of science in the modern context. Well, everything that constitutes all of us is exactly the same, and I'm feeling so much these days. There's a lot of stuff happening in India right now, and a lot of divisiveness and hatred that seems to be emerging, and whether it is hatred against other human beings for their religion or the color of their skin or the languages that they speak or the clothes that they wear, or it is us abusing the planet. I feel like there would be so much more empathy and so much more love in the world if we really begin to really see into each other's eyes, and not just fellow human beings, but every sentient being, every plant and every animal. I feel it would transform our relationship with our fellow creatures and fellow sentient beings that inhabit the earth. And I think it would be so much, the world would be such a better place if we do that. And if we can sort of embody the spirit of the cuckoo bird and the koyal and the heron and the little bee, and really begin to see that the soul in them is the soul in us, I feel like at a very fundamental level that would be a big shift. And so that's what I wanted to put out this Earth Day. And Meera is a very special poet, and somebody who stood for a lot of love and resistance in her time. And the other thing that I wanted to say is, although this is this song for me also in India's current times, it really reinforces the syncretic nature of these songs, because although it says Krishna ji and Govind ji, which one might associate with Hinduism, the first person I heard this song from is Dapu Khan Sahab, who is a wonderful singer, and by the name you can tell that he's Muslim, and it's exactly that sort of resilience and syncretism in this land that I love, because things sort of weave into one another. It's not the hard boxes that we want to put people into, and that's the other thing I wanted to bring today.
That's so beautiful, Shruti. Thank you so much. It's a great reminder. And again, I feel a little bit like I'm simplifying, but there is all this divisiveness, and one of the reasons it happens is because we see the worst in each other and not the best in each other. And I think about it in terms of simple and yet very complex climate stuff. Like, so for example, when the bats are having some sort of a white bat nose disease and the bats are starting to leave us, or the bees are having some sort of a thing, I heard people simplify by saying, well, I don't really like bats anyway, or, well, bees really sting, right? But bats eat mosquitoes, right? And bees make honey. And so if we think about the ways in which we have to take the good and the bad in order to be able to make this sort of symbiotic, universe in which we live. So I do feel like there's so much interconnected between what you're saying, the divisiveness and the resilience and the ways we see each other. And thank you again, Shruti, for bringing this to us. I don't know that we have either one of the poets that you've mentioned in the chat. Is it possible you can spell their names so Jaden can type it into the chat?
Yes, absolutely. I'm just going to put it in the chat. So
great.
the poetess is Meera Bai, and the singer I first heard the song from is Dapu Khan.
Great. Thank you so much. There's Shruti, technologically adept enough to put things in the chat and be on at the same time. That's pretty good, Shruti. I can't do that. All right. So I think, Shruti, that really singing it again would be just perfect. And I'd sing the whole thing if you would, if it feels okay to you, because...
I'd love that.
Okay. Thank you so much.
We can't just become a cuckoo or can't just become a heron, right? We have to become it all now that we've sort of heard the story. Maaragiya Buhaarun, Phulda bichhaaun. Maaragiya Buhaarun, Phulda bichhaaun. Krishan ji ra darshan paaya Hari Raam. Krishan ji ra darshan paaya Hari Raam. Maaragiya Buhaarun, Phulda bichhaaun. Maaragiya Buhaarun, Phulda bichhaaun. Krishan ji ra darshan paaya Hari Raam. Krishan ji ra darshan paaya Hari Raam. Papaiyo hoi Aabhe ma baithi. Papaiyo hoi Aabhe ma baithi. Aabhe ri ghor suhaai Hare Raam. Aabhe ri ghor suhaai Hare Raam. Maaragiya Buhaarun, Phulda bichhaaun. Maaragiya Buhaarun, Phulda bichhaaun. Krishan ji ra darshan paaya Hari Raam. Krishan ji ra darshan paaya Hari Raam. The Veena. Oh, Bhamro hoi Phulda ma baithi. Bhamro hoi Phulda ma baithi. Phulda ri sugandh suhaai Hare Raam. Phulda ri sugandh suhaai Hare Raam. Oh, Maaragiya Buhaarun, Phulda bichhaaun. Maaragiya Buhaarun, बुहारो फुलड़ा बिछाओ कृष्ण जी रा दर्शन पाया हरे राम कृष्ण जी रा दर्शन पाया हरे राम The cuckoo bird in the gardens is next कोयल होई बागा में बैठी कोयल होई बागा में बैठी बागारी खुशबू सुहाई हरे राम बागारी खुशबू सुहाई हरे राम ओ मारगिया बुहारू फुलड़ा बिछाऊ मारगिया बुहारू फुलड़ा बिछाऊ कृष्ण जी रा दर्शन पाया हरे राम कृष्ण जी रा दर्शन पाया हरे राम The heron in the ocean बगुलो हुई समंदर में बैठी बगुलो हुई समंदर में बैठी समंदर री हिलोर सुहाई मारा राम समंदर री हिलोर सुहाई मारा राम हो मारगिया बुहारो फुलड़ा बिछाओ मारगिया बुहारो फुलड़ा बिछाओ कृष्ण जी रा दर्शन पाया हरे राम कृष्ण जी रा दर्शन पाया हरे राम बोल्या बाई मीरा गिरधर गायो बोल्या बाई मीरा गिरधर गायो चरणों मां शीस नमायो हरे राम चरणों मां शीस नमायो हरे राम ओ मारगिया बुहारो फुलड़ा बिछाऊ मारगिया बुहारो फुलड़ा बिछाऊ कृष्ण जी रा दर्शन पाया हरे राम कृष्ण जी रा दर्शन पाया हरे राम ओ कृष्ण जी रा दर्शन पाया हरे राम ओ कृष्ण जी रा दर्शन पाया हरे Thank you, everyone, for that beautiful dancing and embodying this. That was such a delight to watch. Thank you.
Thank you, Shruti. You know, for all of the zooming we've been doing and all of the finger flapping we've been doing, I've never been as glad at the end of a song that I didn't have to listen to applause. Like, this was the right sound for finishing that song. And this, I saw many people doing this, and I thought that was also a very beautiful gesture. Shruti, thank you so much for taking us on this incredible journey today. I don't know about everybody else, but boy, did I really need this. It came in exactly the right space. So all of us here at the Daily Antidote, very grateful to you, Shruti. Thank you for being here. We can't wait to sing with you again. Whatever the next occasion is, we managed to have you come. And thank you to everybody for joining today. Wishing everyone a happy April, a happy spring, a happy Earth Day. Oh, which I think is actually today. Oh, yes, I did forget to mention that on the front end of thing. We've been celebrating Earth all month, so I forgot the actual day. Happy Earth Day, everybody. Really, really glad that we got to sing with Shruti on Earth Day. And in fact, I do remember now that I actually planned it that way and just then forgot as we moseyed along through the month. Thanks, everybody. Hope to see you all again here tomorrow. The rest of this month is so spectacular. We've got so much great stuff coming on, and really glad to see all of your beautiful faces. I am going to turn it over to Shruti. Do you want to say anything before we go?
I'd love to be back. And should I sing everyone out? We can continue in this vein. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you to Joe and to Jaden on tech and Anne in Nashville and Jenny in Suffolk. Thank you to Shari and Susan and Kevin and Arlene and Amanda and Miles and Brian and Carolyn. Thank you to Delhi and Annette and Becky and Pete and Janet in Toronto and Sarah and Deborah. Thank you to Sheila from Mother Earth and Susan and Mabel and Bear and Curly Tops and Cricket and Dan Walker and Mr. James Harkless. Thank you to Antonina and Kathleen in Albuquerque and Andy Davis in Vermont and Luda and Phil and Ruth. Thank you to Kate and Anne in Maryland. Thank you to Carolyn and Ralph and Penny in Victoria. And thank you to Hoda for some beautiful dancing, and Bonnie and Claire and Bob who's out for a walk. I hope you do enjoy it on Earth Day. And Gary and Julie, thank you so much for being here. And Preeti, who's an old friend and without whom this song probably wouldn't have happened. So thank you. Thank you to Aishwarya and to Jairam, both who are friends, and Mama, who is Veena, and Kirsten and Bronwyn and Margaret and Loriana and Kat Cox. Thank you to Carol J and Jane and Sharada and Kumud and Bob in Albany and Tussie. Thank you to Tanya and Amos and Anna and Gloria. And thank you to the Mother Earth and to Mirabai and all the poets and the composers who nurture us. And thank you to the Daily Antidote of Song and the weird number 747, which we should not be associating with a jet plane, but we will still associate with a jet plane on Earth Day because the irony is just brilliant and wonderful. And we will see you on day 748, which is tomorrow. Thank you and have a lovely day.